because they're broken up. Remember, they're not even in a relationship together. So you can't even say it's an abusive relationship because it's not. They're not together. The book of today's review is the second one that was so very, very low rated by me in the last year. And the book is Walking Disaster, which is the second part of a series. I know all the fans are going to kill me now, but I didn't read the first one. Yeah. Read the first one, or you can't judge. Why didn't I start with the first one, you may ask? Because I thought that the second one, which is his view, might be worse, because usually in those romance books, when we have a male protagonist and we are reading from his point of view, then this is usually really messed up. So I thought getting that out the way and then reading the first book, like in that order. I didn't plan on hating it so much that I won't even bother reading the prequel. Oh yeah, by the way, also I listened to the audiobook. I thought it might be over sooner if I just listen to it and maybe play it a bit faster. But to be honest, it was even worse listening to it, because then I had his voice in my head and he's such an asshole. So the cover looks very bad. Oh, it's so funny actually. I just realized that. He doesn't even have a face on the cover, so it's just his arm and a very, very cheap looking tattoo on his skin. And I remember the first thing that I thought when I saw the cover was like, if that's a real tattoo, you should really sue the artist, because it looks so cheap. It looks like those bubblegum tattoos you got when you were a child, and you just put them on with water, and then you like, it looked like those. Didn't look good. So basically the cover is him, and his abs. It looks like a satire of the trope that I'm always making fun of when it comes to these books. But they meant it. The short premise: he has a very traumatic childhood again, or more like a very traumatic incident in his childhood. I really didn't like him, which made it hard to read, because wow, you had to put up with him through the whole book. He was in your head constantly. And he is a mixture of a 3-year-old throwing a tantrum and someone who's really aggressive and sexist. So that's not a good mixture. Yeah, it was disturbing. Her last words to him were, "Love hard, fight harder." I think it's a stupid thing to say. At least it's a stupid choice for last words. Well, she said it, and we can't change that. So let's try to figure out what she meant by that. I don't think, well, maybe his mom was weird, but I don't think his mom would be concerned with him becoming a famous boxer. But he got it in the sense that he shouldn't be with anyone until he's sure that they're worthy. And the fight harder part, he got that in the sense that he should become a famous boxer. I'm not sure if he's a boxer now, but he fights at least. Another thing that annoyed me really much, maybe not having a numbered list, was the fact how unrealistic the story is. Again, there were points when it became so unrealistic, and it felt so over the top in nearly a comedic sense that it wasn't enjoyable anymore. So one time they sleep together. He wakes up and she's gone. And for her, it's not that big of a deal. So she's just leaving. It's fine, and they didn't have a fight or anything. And he throws a tantrum. No 3-year-old could have done it better. And he throws stuff around, and it's just so weird. Okay, then he buys her a dog to bind her, like
one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them.
But he uses a dog. It's really poor dog. So basically he buys her a puppy, and she loves that puppy so much, but she can't have it because she's living in a dormitory, and the puppy lives with him. He has an apartment with his cousin. And so to see the puppy, she needs to come to his place. Okay, but it gets worse. So I was just sorry for the puppy, but it's not the worst thing that happened in the book. So he doesn't get his shit together after they broke up. I think they've been together then. So they broke up, and he doesn't get his shit together, and he doesn't tell his family, which he doesn't have to tell his family. Don't get me wrong, like if you're breaking up with someone and you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But Thanksgiving's rolling around, and he said that they'd come together. But now that they're broken up, she won't come with him. Obviously. Right? Wrong. He doesn't say anything to his family. He's still promising that she's coming with. What could I do to not have to tell them? Oh, I know. Oh, you know my family. They like you so much. And I already promised that you'd come. But Travis, we broke up, remember? Yeah, I know, but please, please, please. So she does come with him. She says, okay, I'll come, but I won't stay overnight. And you'd think that he would be very grateful for that, right? Wrong. They're not staying overnight, which is fine because he has a car and they can just go back, right? Wrong. It's 5 a.m. and he's at her house and he's like, yeah, well, I thought we just go now. No, because Thanksgiving is tomorrow and you promised that we wouldn't stay overnight, right? I didn't want that, remember? Oh, right, I totally forgot. Liar! Dirty liar! And then she comes with him because she feels like she doesn't have any other choice. And he's pressuring again and being very annoying. I can't grasp the fact that people are reading the book and they're like, oh, isn't he a sweetheart? Like, he's my favorite bad boy. I read reviews saying that, so I don't understand. Because he's not even a bad boy anymore. He's manipulative, he's selfish, he's egoistic, he is just no. So anyway, they go to his family, and she's like, okay, now that I'm here, now that I have to stay overnight, I'm not sleeping in a bed with you because I don't know, that's all I have left. And he's like, okay, he's like, okay, that's fine, totally fine, or you sleep in a bed and I sleep on the floor. And then when it comes to that instant, he is pressuring her again, yet another time. Even though she said clearly, I don't want to sleep in a bed with you, I didn't want to stay overnight. So every single boundary that she had, and he's just ignoring it because he doesn't give a shit about her. It's just about him and that he gets what he wants. And then the author is selling that to us, like, oh, he just loves her so much he can't even think straight.
Well, maybe you're an idiot.
I get so mad. I get so fired up when it, sometimes there are these little manipulative, stalkerish things in those books. Like Edward, for example. Edward watching Bella sleep. Very, very creepy. Very, very stalkerish. But you could convince me that it's kind of romantic. I don't think so, but if you find that romantic, I can understand that, kind of, in a way. But that is just, he is just so, I can't fathom how anybody could find him cute or lovable. Let's calm down. Okay. So, that was a very bad thing. But then, he gets physically abusive because he kisses her against her will. And then she says no. And then, guess what he says? Hint, it's not, oh, sorry, I didn't know that you didn't want that. I'll stop. No, because he says, I only have this short time with you, so you better believe I'm using it good. What? So, as you might have realized, I didn't like the book. He had too many feelings. How much is too much love? I don't believe in love. Travis Maddox, which is a stupid name. Don't. Nope. Oh, look how modest. I'm so pure. I might make a great love interest for Travis Maddox. They like you so much and I